guys. Hey. How's everybody doing there out there tonight?
Yeah.
We got a really well planned out show for y'all tonight. Everybody's doing their own little thing. So I guess I will start us off with the introductions. I am Keish, nerd of all trades, and we're gonna take it since Emily's on the phone. We're gonna take it down this way to our newest member.
I am Kevo, nerd extraordinaire, scholar,
And
activist, rock star, just all around dope individual.
super dope. We go way back. I can verify that. So we're gonna take it this way. Seriously, this way. Whoever. Okay.
Oh, my apologies. Work always calls, but
it sure does.
Hi, I'm Emily J, the lover life.
The lover of wine. I think lover of wine will be accurate tonight.
Good enthusiast.
And so now we're gonna take it down this way.
All right, what's up, y'all? It's your girl Kiki Chameleon, and I am your music nerd. Hey, y'all, and welcome to the family, Kevo. I haven't had the chance to meet you, but hey, bro.
I appreciate you. I'm glad to be here. I appreciate the invite.
Look, I'm telling y'all, he is a trip, and he has a lot of opinions about a lot of things. So he's gonna bring a lot to the panel.
And they're always right.
That remains to be seen. Don't make me keep a tally, because I will.
Tally up.
All right, guys. So if you noticed, we are missing a few panel members this week. Ton is gonna be out. Her baby is not feeling well. She actually has pneumonia.
Oh no.
Poor baby been battling with they just and look, for the longest they couldn't figure out what was wrong with her. This is the weirdest thing. Like going to the ER nowadays, like not even worth it.
For what? You're just paying for a copay, you know what I'm saying? That's it. That's the dollar bill, baby. That's it.
MJ, you said what WebMD?
Right.
Better Google that bad boy.
And also Felix is going to be a little bit late, but he should be joining the panel later today. But we're gonna get it started without any of them. Let them handle their biz. So I'm sure everybody has heard Takeoff, one of the Migos is passed away, had an untimely death this week. Called to glory at 28 years old, and under very tragic circumstances.
Right.
So I'm not a super religious person, but I will say I will attempt to say a few words of can we bow our heads? Oh, dear God, we just ask you to take him into your bosom and watch over him. And we pray that his loved ones find peace and solace in the future, and that they go through the grieving process in a healthy manner. That they stay off social media to just not make the pain any worse. And that we ask that you bless his family and his loved ones, if he has any kids or anything. Just we send up our prayers and our love to his family and loved ones. So amen. So guys, I'm not super religious, but I just I wouldn't feel right about going into what we're going into without paying respect to the young man. Okay, guys. So with that being said, we got our first clip. We're just gonna recap in the latest news story what happened, and then we're gonna talk about it. So, all right, guys, here we go.
Thanks for joining us tonight. We begin with some new information in the tragic shooting death of rapper Takeoff, a member of the popular group Migos.
2 days after his murder here in Houston, the medical examiner officially ruling his death a homicide.
And this is all coming, Rashi, as the new video shows a possible person of interest who police are now looking for. Fox 26's Sherman DeSalle continuing our coverage tonight.
Yeah, this new video obtained by TMZ does not show who fired the fatal shot, but it does show Takeoff in a crowd of people where there could have been multiple guns. It also shows how quickly violence can escalate.
Oh, Jesus.
Who fired the shots that killed global rap star Takeoff is still a mystery tonight, but new video shows someone police are interested in talking to. TMZ released footage that shows an unidentified man standing near rappers Quavo and Takeoff with a gun in his pocket. This was while Quavo got into an argument with someone over a dice game. A scuffle starts. Then you can see that same man with that gun drawn, and you hear gunshots.
Still can't tell who fired the first shot. But we know after that first shot, there were roughly 10 more shots.
Police say they are aware of this video and this unidentified man is a person of interest. There's also speculation that multiple guns were fired. TMZ executive producer Charles Ladebaudiere says that they anticipated more people to send information that could help police figure out what happened early Tuesday at 810 Billiards and Bowling. A private party had already ended that night with at least 40 people in attendance. Migos' record label, Quality Control Music, and its CEO, Pierre Thomas, released statements in regards to the shooting. Part of it reads, quote, "Senseless violence and a stray bullet has taken another life from this world, and we are devastated. Please respect his family and friends as we all continue to process this monumental loss." Fans also share their grief for a recording artist that left a lasting impression.
Traumatic things, tragic things happen to them. Their fans feel it also. And I've certainly seen plenty of that emotion being poured out on social media.
Now, we're still waiting to hear from Houston police to see if they have any more evidence on this case, including possible surveillance video. This is a business off of San Jacinto that's surrounded by cameras. If you have any information that can help police solve this crime, contact Crime Stoppers or HPD. Reporting from Houston, Sherman DeSalle, Fox 26 News.
All right, guys. Lord, oh, hang on. Sorry. Did y'all hear that? Did they go out over the air?
It did.
Oh, okay. Sorry about that, guys. But yeah, so our first question for the panel tonight, well, I guess maybe we can try to lighten it up a little bit. He was always my favorite one. I don't know what it is.
Mine too.
I don't know what it was. It was something about his voice, like the sound of his voice. And it's like he always did this rhyme. It's not okay. So y'all know how like Beyonce, what was it? What's the name of the group? Destiny Child. You know how they always had Michelle do like a one-off kind of little thing. I feel like they did the same thing with him, but it was always so banging to me. It's just the way that he put his words together, his lyrics, just it spoke to me even more so than the other guys. So with that being said, I'm going to say what my favorite Migos song is that features Takeoff is what's it called? Pablo? Y'all know what I'm talking
Narcos.
about?
Narcos. My favorite. You cannot have mine because that I got the song pulled up right here with the lyrics, and I'm going to sing them. Okay?
Okay.
No, I'm joking.
Don't call me out. I always they say Pablo a lot.
They do.
But I love that song. I don't know what it is. It just spoke to me. But we're gonna take it. Okay, if I can. There we go. That way, Emily.
Well, my favorite song of the Migos do not have Takeoff on it, which is Bad and Bougie. But I
Makes sense though.
He was on it, wasn't he?
like Walk It Like I Talk It. I do like that one. So
Oh, that was them?
yeah.
Oh, why did I not know that was them?
And
Those
also,
are
they invented the dab. I mean, yeah, they invented
Oh,
the
they
dab.
did. They did come up with the dab. That little thing right there. They sure did. Okay, so we officially Walk It Like I Talk It or Bad and Bougie.
Yeah, Bad and Bougie is my favorite song of the Migos, but I guess with Take, I would have to say A Walker Like a Talker.
So he really wasn't, you gonna make me run this video. Was he not on that song?
He wasn't.
Okay.
Because the song was leaked before they, I guess, finished it all. So he wasn't on that.
Okay.
And you remember he said, "Do it look like I was taking out Bad Bougie?" Something like that.
That was funny.
Get back with about that. Yeah, that was funny.
So now we're gonna take it that way down to Kiki.
Okay. So again, such a talented brother, and I'll be honest, he is my favorite. Like literally, and I guess that's what makes this conversation so interesting. I always like the underdog. To me, he's always the one who was laid back, humble, quiet. I said, but those are the powerful ones. And I can definitely not attack, but attest to that. And so with him in the group, Quavo was more of your producer, and then you had ad-libs, so they all had their strengths. But Takeoff actually can rap. Not saying that the other guys can't, but he's the better lyricist of the three. And Narcos is my favorite one. I promise you, I listen to it at random, probably throughout. However, can I quote it? No, but I'm like you. I just bounce my head to the beat.
Exactly.
I know his cadence. I listen to it that much.
if I need to wash the dishes, that's gonna come out.
But he's a storyteller. He tells a story, and in this particular song, and so like it's a part where he said, about. He's like, even though it's graphic, but he was talking about chainsaw your leg. I saw it in my head what he was saying. But it's on some mafia or not mafioso. It wasn't mafia. It's the Colombianos in Bogota. He mentions that. You know what I'm saying? They told a story in that particular song, and that's why I like it in comparison to all of the other songs. I like the other songs too, Bad and Bougie, but this is more storytelling in this particular song, so I like it.
Okay, so we got a tie. So moving on, Kev.
I'm a classic hip hop kind of guy, but I got strong ties to the ATL, so I roll with Migos a little bit. I think my two favorite though was probably Walk It Like I Talk It and Fight Night.
Fight Night.
Yeah,
I never heard Fight Night.
Broke ninjas to the left, my rich ninjas to the right. La mama she keep looking at me. I'ma knock her out like fight.
Hey.
Lyrics on deck.
So yeah, but those are my two favorites. And the thing about Takeoff with me was that he was always real chill. You know what I mean? And it bothered me that he was the one, because it's always the one that's not the troublemaker. Always. That winds up getting hurt. That jackass that's starting something, he gonna live till he 90. But everybody around him won't see 40. And that's the issue that I have with that. And not saying that, any of those guys started anything. It's just that it's always the innocent one. And I was looking at a video with Timo Goody, and he said, y'all think we was playing when we said Goody Mob, good die young, mostly over bullshit. And that's.
I didn't know that's what that stood for.
Yep.
Yeah, that's the true statement. That's actually why I strive to be so mean. They say that mean people live the longest. So, yeah. Anyway,
you're gonna be here for a minute then.
Don't even say that, Kim. I'm not as mean as I used to be. I'm so much nicer.
Yeah, I'm gonna see that.
Well, you'll see. I'll show you. I'll prove it. So when Felix decides to pop in, I might give him the opportunity to give his insight. But
it's two for Walk It Talk It and for the other one. So
yes, he might be the tiebreaker. But knowing him, he is such a hipster. He's gonna go back to the unreleased studio version of some obscure song of theirs. We'll see.
But we're sleeping on stir fry though. In the kitchen, wrist flipping. Let's stir fry.
I like that one. I did like that one. Yeah, it didn't really catch on like all the other ones did.
But yeah, but he definitely wasn't cooking old Chinese rice. I'll be honest, that's not what he's talking about.
That's what they were talking about. I'm so dumb. That didn't even occur to me at all.
Yeah. He was cooking grits.
Grits, yeah, that's what you want to call it. Sure, hard grits, some hard, good old hard.
Very
grits.
hard.
I thought they were making lunch. Oh my gosh, I'm so dumb. Okay, guys. So moving on. So there's been a question that's been raised on social media, and that is it wrong to whip out your cell phone and film it when celebrities are in harm or danger, or in this case, being unalived? Unalive. That's the new thing. We got to say so the algorithm doesn't pounce down upon us. So so is anybody here familiar with Charleston White?
Yes.
Okay, so if you're not, he is a controversial figure online. A lot of people don't really like him because they consider him to be a snitch and a simp, and really literally all the bad things that black men can be in today's society. And he had a little something to say about that's gone viral, and I wanted to get your opinion on what he's saying. So I'm gonna play that clip, and then we're gonna weigh in on it. All right, this is Charleston White. Doesn't he look so interesting, ladies?
Easily.
Mm-hmm. All right, 3, 2, 1.
Say, I want to tell the entertainment world, get it a kid, Boosie. I fuck with the Migos real tough, but I just want to let all the celebrities know, nigga. Y'all don't care about regular people dying. So I get what this bitch ass nigga get it a kid saying, y'all always taking the phones out. Yeah, nigga, when a celebrity die, we go take out the motherfucking phones, nigga. When an entertainer die, Gilly, we go take out the motherfucking phone. Maybe if entertainers, celebrities, actors, and you famous motherfucker, maybe if y'all interacted with regular people more, we wouldn't be so excited to take the phones out, nigga. Fuck you talking about. Well, let me just say this, since you so in your pussy panties about you just Gilly taking the phones out. Nigga, fuck you talking about they take the phones out on regular people. When regular people died, nigga, they took the phones out. When that bitch ass nigga George Floyd laid his life down, what they do? Took the phones out and record and watched George Floyd die. So what the fuck you talking about, Gilly the kid? Shut your bitch ass up, nigga. None of you niggas up top. None of you niggas up top give a fuck about when somebody die at the bottom. So why the fuck the people at the bottom should give a fuck about when you niggas die at the top? Make it make sense at the top, people.
Yeah, make it make that. That makes sense.
All right. Yeah, so we hear he's a very passionate person about what he's speaking about. But honestly, I'll just give my opinion. I don't think he is wrong at all. Just like what's his name? Childish Gambino and his video illustrated. Phone is a tool. That's what we're programmed to do now. We're just always gonna, take out our phones. It's not like if they didn't put the phone down, were they supposed to jump in front of the bullet? It's no way to prevent. Well, not prevent. You will not most likely prevent the thing from happening, but documenting it is important. And just to think that because a person is a celebrity, it's wrong to document what's happening. We need to document everything. Everything needs to be documented.
Yeah.
Body cams and all that. Go ahead. You're breaking up just a little bit.
Yeah. I'm getting it.
Oh, there's a function called echo cancellation under where it says mute. Do you see it?
Yep.
Yeah, do that and see if you're getting. Yeah, let's not do that.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, you said it didn't pull up the video?
Kiki Chameleon
Oh, Kiki. Kiki, did you pop out for a minute, or did you?
Yes, something happened. I'm not sure.
Yeah, it's been doing that lately. Okay, Kev, if you're having issues, go out and come back in, and maybe that'll But you might need to get to a place where you have a few more bars.
No, I'm proud of it.
I think we're yourself.
Say something now, Kev.
Check.
Okay, I think it's doing audio ducking. So like if one person is talking, it's gonna affect it. So go ahead and go. I'm gonna zip it.
Okay. What I was gonna say was, damn it. When somebody is losing their life, it's disrespectful to take nobody wants their loved one shot down the boat. He's talking about people that the top interact with normal people, or he wouldn't be so likely to have phone. Interacting with normal people is what got him killed the other night.
Ooh. Okay, so you're saying that, are you saying that they shouldn't interact with the everyday people at all?
No, what I'm is you gotta carry yourself with a certain decorum in situations like that.
Let me time you out. Could you maybe go to another part in your place, because it's really like
feedback.
Okay.
So yeah, and it's still going. Let me pop out and pop back here.
Okay.
All right.
I think we're all.
Is it doing it for everybody?
Yeah, maybe also the movie theater still on. Maybe put that out.
Oh yeah, let me see. Maybe that's what it is.
But Keith, yours isn't doing it.
You said mine isn't doing it?
Mm-mm.
And ours not either. So it is when you leave that up and we're talking, it makes the echo.
Okay, that's what it is.
Oh, that's what it is, because it's the system sound. Okay.
Shut the front and the back door, guys. Hey y'all.
All right. Hey, those tuning in, please stick with us. This is a learning process, and we are learning every week.
We are unapologetic about it too. Don't y'all? They are right. No.
Don't trip. We get to that.
It'll be edited out. But anyway, from what he was saying, I guess I can kind of see his point of view. Yeah, I mean, because it just keeps on happening. I mean, that was the case with what's the one that got killed,
Floyd.
Not George Floyd. It was
Well, I mean, it was, who else? You talking with the cameras? Everybody had their cameras out. It was Philander. No, it wasn't Philander.
Philando Castile. Yeah.
It's been so many of them, honey. I've even been to forget. But yeah, so many of them to even remember. But either way it goes, it is disrespectful. However, I do feel like I'm glad they did it, because now I kind of got a chance to see it. I'm gonna be honest. I think it's disrespectful to just show it just laying there. But of course, with somebody just hanging out, chilling, the footage really wasn't. Technically, we didn't know it was gonna be a shooting behind it, so they really wasn't. Oh my God, it's happening now. They already had their camera up, which is a little suspicious for me. What were you recording? Why were you recording exactly directly perfect angle? It's another thing.
But you know what?
It is disrespectful but it is needed, because you wouldn't find out the truth if it wasn't for the videos. So maybe not just post it on social media, but give it to the authorities.
Give it to the authorities. Yeah. I agree with that.
But how was the camera angle? I'm so sorry, guys, but I'm just still confused and befuddled by the I see the aftermath. I can see someone, oh my gosh, look. But the fact that you see Takeoff alive, and then there's an altercation. They talk about bad. It had nothing to do with the price of tea in China. You don't know that something's finna go down. It'll just be like, us recording now. Somebody could pop, 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 and I'm on camera. But it wasn't premeditated. You know what I'm saying? Or it wasn't pre-planned or planned or whatever. It was just unfortunate circumstances of fate. Unfortunate. Just because when I watched the videos, I watched it over and over again in different angles, because I was so obsessed with looking at the information. But I'm the guy. He was literally the person who was filming the incident. he wasn't dead yet. You hear pop, 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 pop. And then you see the pop, you see all the action, but he was alive. So who was to know unless that person knew someone's gonna go down at that moment? Let me go ahead and start filming. Then yeah, guilty.
I mean, they were all fussing and arguing, so they probably got the cameras out then, like, hey, something's about to go down. So hey,
That's true. That
And
too.
myself being a former media person, you always film, the person of interest in any way possible. So that's probably what that was. But still, regardless, that I hear what you're saying, Kevo. It is disrespectful. I just
you're adding additional trauma to people's families so that you can get some likes, and that's just not cool.
right.
Yeah, Lord
Totally
knows.
agree.
This is gonna be a hard one. He was so young, so young. I didn't know he was only 28 years old. I can't even remember being 28, 28 years old, honestly. I mean, goodness gracious. Gone too soon. Okay, we are actually gonna stick to this topic, but I'm gonna ask y'all a question regarding, hang on one moment. Where is my outline? Okay. So is this a trend, or is it just because they're celebrities we're hearing about it? I mean, you gotta, just like you were saying earlier, Kiki, it's just getting to be like too coincidental that it's just happening. The videos that I've seen, people are predicting it's just going to keep on happening and happening and happening. What are we supposed to do? Are they supposed to just never come around? What are they supposed to do? I mean, is it, Lord knows.
And are we talking about just regular people, or are we talking about celebrities only? I mean, I'm just curious because remember when that tragedy, I hate to even bring up that idiot of a person in Memphis here, Zeke, when he went live doing the crime. You idiot. If you're watching this, you idiot. Sir. I can't even call you a sir, but anywho, I don't want to go there about that. So the thing is, you see a man get you see a man get popped live. And this was an everyday regular man inside of an auto zone. Just saying, he was the perp who did it, but you also are filming this mess for clout. They do anything for clout. They're doing anything for clout. And we're in the clout season. I'm just saying, I'm sick of it. Now, if you're pulling it out for any other reason, and like I said, you just so happen to catch this, but what's the point of pulling out the freaking phone? If something's happening, what happened to calling 911 with the phone? Maybe the person could live or get some help a little quicker. Everybody got their cameras out.
Yeah. So do we think that maybe the violence that they're speaking in their lyrics could be manifesting itself? Because they say it's power in the tongue.
So I'm a classic hip hop nerd. And none of the violence that they're talking about is nothing nearly as bad as like Scarface from the Ghetto Boys. I sit alone in my 4-corner room staring at candles, dreaming of the people I dismantle. These are, it's not the lyrics, it's the lifestyle. And what's happening is it's systemic. It's starting as children. They're coming up as children. They're not understanding the value of their own lives. And then hip hop has become just a segue from gang activity to something else. And it's like they're not leaving the gang culture alone when they make it. They're taking it with them. And so that whole cycle just continues to perpetuate itself.
Exactly.
Okay. I can see that. But I do have a half rebuttal. It's not a full rebuttal. Do we not was there not extreme violence back in those days as well? Perhaps maybe not as well documented due to the whole everybody not having a cell phone thing.
Yeah, but in those days it was 3 or 4 rappers that got killed over a decade. Not 3 or 4 rappers killed since the summer. You know what I mean?
Don't make no sense. Yeah, and that's absolutely true. But once again, being from a predominantly hood city, a lot of those, um, not so-called, not so much being mainstream or being popular, but a lot of it still was, rap beef and, people that, had their own little rap cliques and they would shoot at each other. And you know how that is. So, I mean, it really still, to me, it's still just the lyrics and the violence that you're speaking into your life and into the ether, just kind of coming home to roost. Okay, so with that being said, not saying that I, final say, just that's just my thought. Hang on one moment. All right, why can't you not see, guys? Well, I guess maybe because I got these shades on. All right, so are we becoming okay? So in this kind of speaks to what Kiki was saying. Are we becoming more desensitized to this violence? I mean, so with you mentioning, I can't remember the guy's name, the idiot, the beast that you were talking about earlier, that went on the killing spree in Memphis. I mean, to a certain degree, we have you heard of it? I saw your eyebrow do something, Felix. Have you not heard about that?
Oh, yeah, yeah. No, it took me a second. I didn't know where you were going.
Well, yeah, because like it takes a certain level of is it desensitization? Desensitization.
Desensitized. I'm not sensitive no more. I'm no longer sensitive.
I mean, these kids aren't sensitive to death because of all these video games that's out now. I mean, you have the games are killing each other. They're like getting money points and gifts and all this other stuff for killing people.
Emily, I love you, but I almost kicked you off the stream. Do not blame. Do not blame video games.
I know you're a gamer. I know you're a gamer.
I'm a gamer.
Seriously.
Yeah, hold on. If we're gonna be fair though, if we want to talk about music, decent. Wow, now you guys have me all effed up. Wow. Hold on.
What's the word? I'm about to Google what the word. Desensitizing.
Yes. I was like, whoa, boy. Oh man, that's contagious. Man, hush from now on. If we're gonna say that the violent lyrics and music can desensitize the kids, then sure, so can visual media, whether that be a movie or a game or whatever. It's any idea that introduces something profane at a frequent enough frequency where it loses its shock value, right? So I'm not sure if medium really matters.
It's just the spirit that gets all up in there and then releases its toxicity. I can understand that children are susceptible to that, but it's just
Yeah, it's fair, but that's where parenting comes in, though. You have to uh, come in with that supplementary information behind it and say, hey, this is not acceptable in normal society. This is extreme dramatization. You know what I mean? This is not real life when they're listening to the music and when they're playing the games and when they're watching the movies. That's why they call it PG-13. It's parental guidance. We have to step in after the fact.
I mean, there's cartoons now where you send blood coming from the heads and stuff.
Yeah.
They're good cartoons, but I'll also say this, Felix. This also, in my opinion, goes back to the black male culture. I love to go there. It goes back to the black male. Ain't no timeout. Do you see a timer anywhere on the screen? There's no timeout. It goes back to not pausing. Seriously, just real quick. You don't have to agree, but it's just I feel like I need to say it. It goes back to black male culture. Okay, so you're saying that that parents should be raising their kids up and teaching them that, hey, this is this. These are your words. These are your words. That the parents should be going in and teaching these kids. You can wow all you want. I'm gonna say it. They should be going in and keep teaching these kids.
Hey man, I had a good dad.
However, and you know, a lot of people did. Some people did. Well, anyway, but can we not say that there's an issue with that? Because actually, Black boys do not look to their single mothers for any kind of guidance on how to behave as a man. What they look to,
Yeah, and they shouldn't. They shouldn't. They shouldn't.
yeah, I mean they should, because that's who's there, and you know that's who they should be listening. I mean, yeah, they should. I mean, if
Oh
she's
no.
there, if she's there raising him, they should listen to her. I mean, she puts food in their mouth. I mean, why not?
You can always
But
find a positive role model,
yes,
whether
yes,
it's an
and that's
uncle or
true.
grandfather, you know. But
But they're not as easily accessible as cutting on the computer on your phone and listening to these rap lyrics and watching these music videos and doing all this daily desensitization.
yes, they are.
to be,
As long as he was living, you know, my granddad was always a call away.
okay, that's
To be fair.
But I will say this: that is just not the general experience of most of the minority people.
Phoenix, you got back up this week, by the way, bro.
Thank you, man. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
That's what I wanted. I wanted it. I'm ready for it. Come on.
This is not going to turn into a black male culture
Woo!
bashing session, but the issue is, and that'll take this. So let me roll myself back, because if I go off on this tangent, it'll take this conversation to a whole different direction.
And it can go wherever it's gonna go.
There are relationship dynamics in black families that create a rift between black men and black women. So when black
tiptoe brother,
when little boys look to their single mothers for guidance, well, that's who's in the house. But why is it that most of the time, when the grandmama raised a little boy, they don't have the same problems as the 20-year-old mother?
There's no way to prove that.
I'm just telling you, we're talking about experiences.
Mm-hmm.
So the thing is this: it's not a black male culture thing. It's a black family culture. Everybody has equal culpability. There are things that black men aren't doing that we aren't contributing to do our part, but there's also things that black women aren't doing to contribute their part as well. And I take ownership for us on our end for the things that we aren't doing, but we can't fix the problem just by saying black men, y'all got to get right. We got to say black families, we have to get right.
Yes, but if a man is the head of the house,
thank you, M. Thank you.
That makes a difference.
Let
me finish. As being the mom of the young black male, you're out trying to get money to provide for your family. So therefore, the mother's not in the home when she needs to be in the home, because she's out there trying to provide.
I get that.
Yeah.
That goes back to the original thing that I said. There's a disconnect between black men and black women that's causing a separation in the families.
Yeah.
And it's not one-sided.
Can I
we get down together, but we can't stay together.
Well, yeah, but can I put what you two just hit on like inside a contextualized box real quick? So what he's saying is you don't want to absolve either side of, you know, their faults, but it also, to Emily's point, be being obtuse to not think about whatever area one side is coming short on. It's because the other side is having to step up in another area. So maybe that's leading to poor performance where in a more traditional parental role sense. You know what I mean?
I fundamentally disagree. Okay, so can
What
we
you
agree?
mean?
I'm gonna go into it. Can you build a house without a foundation?
You can.
How is that?
Past.
She's not disagreeing. She says she wants to disagree, but she can't.
You cannot build a house or any building structure without a foundation. If the man,
I'm waiting for you to disagree with me.
I am. If the man is supposed to indeed be that foundation, the heart of the family, the head of the family, and he is not there to hold up that structure of the family, then
So
then that's where the problem is. That's the weak point. That is the weakest link. Goodbye.
Hey,
Okay.
pause.
The man not there.
Hey, yo. Hold on, y'all. So are you saying that because one side wasn't doing what they're supposed to do and the other side had to do something else, that they're coming up short in the traditional expectation sense? Because that's exactly what I just said. You didn't disagree. I was waiting the whole time. She was just ready for beef. Like when I tell you about yourself offline all the time.
But here's the thing.
But you don't believe me.
But here's the thing. Fundamentally, I hear what you're saying. Yes, you're saying that. Yes, the foundation. But what where I disagree in is that trying to split. You're trying to split. Okay, the male culture has to step up and take accountability for what is happening in the community. Then we can fill in the gaps and stand on that structure that y'all build up from there.
Didn't I just say that?
I want to say something.
That is not what you said.
What up, Keith?
What y'all see? No, you're not going to gaslight me. What you said was, you can't. It's equal parts. Oh yeah. No, it's the women and the men. I'm saying what I'm saying that is different is it is the men that need to take the accountability. That's what I'm saying.
What I said was that men need to take accountability on our part, but it's a two-sided problem.
But see, the butt is
y'all proving the point right now. Y'all proving the point right.
Exactly. The butt is the issue. The butt is the point. That's all I'm saying.
I'm in y'all in the Telegram. with a bunch of memes, man, about accountability and who's allergic to it. It's hilarious.
So I'm gonna agree, and I have these types of conversations probably every other day, and so I have different opinions, and but at the same time we're all saying the same thing. I think it's it really is a double-edged sword. If you point that sword, it's pointing to both parties. Period. I'm gonna tell you why. The man, yes, I am in agreement that men need to be held accountable for their actions. Absolutely. We need the men folk to be who they are. That's absolutely right. But sometimes the woman has to play her part in order to allow him to play his part. It's which one comes first, the egg or the chicken? You don't know, because what got there first? Somebody had to do something. I still feel like women, we cut down, we do a lot of things that can make that man feel like he can't do it, won't do it. And I don't want no brownie points. I don't care about none of that. I trust me. No. But what I do understand is I see the problem. I mediate between families all the time, unofficially so, and it sucks because I see what a woman's and the man can't get a word in lit. I be like, girl, shut up, let the man talk. Shut up for a minute and let him. And then when she stops and listens, she say, you know what, baby? And when her demeanor softens, that man can now step in his rightful place to do what the heck he's supposed to do. But we got to work together. Period. Yes, he's accountable. Yes, he's the foundation.
I'm going to clap because that was well stated, and I see where you're coming from. However, still disagree because I'm going to say I'm sorry. No, I'm not. This is how I really feel. This is how I really feel. I don't think that we're taking into account how do you get there. Do you just say, oh baby, let's get in this relationship, I love you? No, you don't do that. You have to move into that phase. There's no telling in those relationships, in those scenarios, what that man is doing to get to that point. And if he is indeed the head, how is he allowed to do anything? If he's the head and he's doing what he's supposed to do, that is going to be a tight ship running. Okay? In my opinion. I could be wrong. I'm not qualified in any way to tell people how to run their relationships. I just feel that if the man is doing what he's supposed to do, there's no reason to do that. I don't see.
You feel like he should already come in and understand his role. Like that's what you need to be doing. I mean, excuse me.
No, you can say niggas.
My bad.
No, that's fine. Niggas not off the table.
And we're talking about relationship dynamics now, so that's
that's different.
Okay.
That's different.
Okay, so let's put a pin in that, and I'm going to bring it back. Has anybody ever heard of Robby? What's his name? I lost it. Oh, Robby
Roe
Starbuck.
versus Wade.
Yeah, no, we've all heard of that, and that's the conversation you don't want to get started on right now either. But so nobody's heard of Robby Starbuck. I love that name, by the way. So who he is he's a former industry director. He used to direct a lot of music videos, and he has recently gone viral for putting out a call to action. Okay, get it together. You're a damn hyena. Get it together. Okay. All right, so he's recently gone viral for putting a call to action out to Black people in the industry, or the industry as a whole. So just know that it's going to echo if you talk. So let's just watch it together. All right, here we go.
Hey guys, in light of seeing that a rapper from Migos died, I just wanted to go ahead and make a video about something I have a unique experience in. So I directed a bunch of rappers, people like Gucci Mane, Snoop Dogg, Lil Yachty, the list goes on and on and on, okay? I learned a lot of things, and I have left the industry largely over my political beliefs, but there is something I want to impart to people to hopefully, make some sort of change happen. So I have a challenge to rappers, and I know some of you still follow me. I know a bunch of the celebrity blogs still follow me from trying to get news from music videos and things like that. So here's the truth. The truth is this: a bunch of young Black male rappers keep dying. You know who's not dying? Record executives. The record executives that push for them to continue to make songs and create a culture that is obsessed with death, drugs, and sex. Period. The industry is obsessed with it, but those record executives, they're not dying because they don't push this culture on their own people, but they're encouraging you to push it on yours, and they're paying you handsomely to do it. The reality is, I know a lot of you. A lot of you are good people. You're family guys. You're not the image that you put out there to the world. Why? Why don't you be the example? Stand up. I challenge you. Be the example. Make music about the culture you want to see. Don't just get online today and talk about how, whenever a rapper makes it, his own people take him down. Don't just make those videos. Don't be sad. Don't rest in peace. None of that stuff. Be the change you want to see. Inspire it in your community. Reach out to other rappers and say, we have to stop. We're being used. You've been used for a long time. They create this paradigm to make you believe that you're so important and your celebrity status is worth so much, but in truth, you're a pawn in their game and you always have been. The government has wanted to hold down communities of people in different ways through different methods for a very long time. Their method in the Black community has been to use entertainment to create a culture obsessed with death, drugs, sex, and money, so that they could create a false paradigm of what happiness and what success really was. And in doing so, they created a world that also made people more dependent on government, and as a result, gave themselves more power. The record executives that push you to do this, to go and continue to profit off the backs of your work, they're in cahoots with the elite. They're in cahoots with the government. They want you to think you're important, but in truth, you're just doing their dirty work for them, so stop. They've empowered you in ways that are real. You have an audience, you have platforms, you have the ability to make change. So go against the grain together. They're more afraid of you all together standing up and creating a new culture that's built around family, faith, freedom, doing the right thing, valuing life, than they are of anything else. So I challenge you. Use your power to do the right things. If you continue to do the same thing you've done, more rappers like this are going to die. How many have to die before you change the culture? And let me tell you something else. There's a reason the record labels pay us more to do rap videos. They don't tell you that, do they? Do they tell you that they pay us more to do your videos? Because they do. They do it because they know it's more dangerous. They do it because they know it's more difficult, and they do it because, frankly, there's a lot of money laundering involved. Those labels wash a bunch of money through. We don't do it, but we know the labels are doing it 100%. Okay, they're then taking the money off the top end, and you see on your royalty check, oh, they spent $150,000 on this video. Did they? because we didn't see 150,000.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so where did the money go? And to who? Their friend's company? A lot of times that's the case. Same thing with insurance companies. They charge us more to insure your videos. And it's because they know the culture that's been created.
Mm-hmm.
They know that the only possibility of a music video being shot up is on a rap video. And that's the truth. So change the culture. You have the power. Your people deserve it.
All right, guys. Hang on, let me get rid of this.
He spit nothing but the truth.
Detect no lies. Doggone it. No lies detected. It's just so funny. You know, here's an actual industry. Can y'all hear me? Can you hear me? Okay. Here's an actual industry person. I mean, legit. Like, did some of the top videos that you ever that you know, like in your head, playing in your head right now. He directed them. And he's telling them, he's giving them the game, telling them exactly what the master freaking plan is. And that is to use them as pawns to corrupt our community, and then therefore profit off of the corruption of our community. Do we think that it's gonna make a difference? So that goes into my question. Can positive, you know, if like, let's say if this did work, this plea went out and they were like, oh, you know, I realize I'm a pawn. Let me not be a pawn. Are they gonna change it? And if they do, what does that even look like? You know, can positive rap or music, can it be popular?
So it can be. It absolutely can be. If they put money behind it.
Mm.
That's the issue.
That's the issue, because even Cardi B said that she raps about what she knows is going to get her paid.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
You know, there are not enough independent and creative thinkers like Toby Nwigwe, or however you pronounce his last name, who is extremely talented, and he doesn't rap about the BS that's getting people killed. Hip hop now is not about talent; it's about sensation.
Nice.
You know, who has the biggest BBL? Who can do the raunchiest lyrics? Who can rap about their lifestyle, killing people the most, and make people believe it? It's not about talent. If it was about talent, most definitely still be the greatest rapper of all time. It's and so the industry doesn't want positive images because they make more money off us doing dumb shit.
So with that being said, if we were to actually make a shift in our mentalities where we actually seek out the positivity, do you think that they could or they would pivot, or would they just try to fight tooth and nail to keep it the same?
Have they ever
Flowers muted.
when we tried to do something positive?
Have they ever? Oh, go ahead.
We've never been empowered when we tried to do things positive. You know,
I was just gonna
go ahead.
I was just gonna say Keisha stumbled on the answer. She stumbled, but she got to
I
it.
didn't stumble. I knew where I was
No,
going. Thank you.
No, you stumbled. You stumbled.
Okay,
You stumbled.
whatever.
The truth is there is no super lucrative industry without a consumer consuming the product.
Mm-hmm.
And it's no coincidence the type of stuff that is popular, and I don't think that it has anything to do with I'm not going to completely absolve them of all their sins, no. So that I do think there's some outside influence, right? But I do think that the stuff that is popular for a very specific reason. I think lyrics that talk about violence, that talk about women, money, cars, and such and so forth aren't always inherently bad. One, but also too, I think that it is that it's something that sounds good to people that don't have it. It's aspirational in a sense.
Selling the fantasy.
Yeah, and if we're gonna speak to the facts about it, I'm gonna hold this up for you. You're not gonna be able to see it, but take my word for it.
You can share it with me, and I can put it on the screen.
Within in 1989, the average median, that's 50th percentile wealth of a white family household, was $134,000. By 2016, that figure rose to $163,000. In the same time frame, the median 50th percentile wealth of Black families in 1989 was $8,000, and in 2016, $16,000. And this graph also shows the 75th percentile, aka what are the top 25 earning. And that was still only at about the halfway mark between the 50th and the 50th for Black and white, respectively. So if my household has a median net worth of $16,000, of course I'm going to be attracted to lyrics that give me the recipe for how to make fast money, because I'm trying to get out of that situation. And also, before we go there, because I think every situation is multifaceted, nothing is looked at within a vacuum, and I encourage everybody on the show to come up with their arguments as amateur sociologists, right? I think the attraction to the fast money, to gang culture, to drug culture, is an act of desperation more so than it is something that is something that's sacrosanct. You know what I mean? Nah. Nobody wants to actually go outside and stand on the corner and put their life in danger, trying to make, enough money to pay rent in neighborhoods that often are charging rents that's way over 50% of their income for the month. You know what I mean? So I think, and again, I'm not absolving anybody of any wrongdoing. It's up to us to have the discipline to endure and abstain from certain practices or whatever. But I also can't say that it doesn't look syrupy sweet to somebody that needs that. You know what I mean?
I detect no lies. I agree with you. I still well, I'm gonna ask, would that still not speak to our culture, specifically the Black male culture?
He has no power.
He has no power.
So he likes power. He likes power play. So he likes
power over his home and in the upbringing of
over himself.
And himself. Yeah. So himself being in the home, not maybe pushing this whole extravagant life or no life at all. And being out in the streets, get money, get power, get all that. Perhaps maybe if we as a community could stop glorifying, the unattainable goal of becoming a bottle popping millionaire, and just being a regular person. In our culture, in our community, being okay is not okay.
So I'm not reducing us to animals by any means when I say this, but as long as a man is trying to attract a woman, there's going to be a certain currency in being that guy.
Okay.
Clout has always been a thing. Kings existed for a reason way before TikTok.
I was going to leave that alone, because we were gonna get back into a whole
It's
other
let
thing.
Yeah.
it go. Let it go where it's gonna go. Let it go where it's gonna go. It's fine.
I'm like, I'm not reducing animals by no means, but
And
yeah.
I think you're 100% on point with the desire and with the desire to mimic those things that give you fast money. I just think that it has a more sinister background. I think that you know, this country's the foundation of this country is built on the backs of black people.
Mhm.
United States has a cowboy mentality. Everybody has a gun. Everybody wants to be a badass, but most people are the exact opposite. So what they do, and make no mistake, white people are the biggest consumers of hip hop music. We're only 14% of the population.
Yes.
So
The biggest
everybody,
consumers of hip hop music,
we're
the
not.
biggest consumers of drugs.
We're not the biggest
Yes,
consumers of
yes.
hip hop. That's untrue.
No. I'm saying
No. He said he was saying, you know, other groups are the biggest consumers. That much
Okay.
is true.
Yeah.
Right. So my thing is, they know that these suburban white boys want to be badasses,
Yeah.
but they really aren't. Hell, they get their positions taken by the black kid on the football team, on the wrestling team or whatever, but they know everybody wants to be a badass. So what they do is they let these young black men glorify this destructive behavior to entertain these white people to go and buy the CDs. I think that's the reason why it's perpetuated. That's the reason why they put money behind it. I mean, that, you know, when hip hop first started, it wasn't about that. You had groups like Poor Righteous Teachers, Brand Nubian, and then even more recent than its origins. You had, I mean, hell, well, even back in the day, Public Enemy, and then it went to Tribe Called Quest, and you always had people that had something to say, and there was always a market for it. NWA came out, it was shock rap. They made a whole lot of money. I was the main one buying NWA CDs. I can spit the whole album lyric for lyric. They made a whole lot of money when they saw that they can make money exploiting these black kids in the ghetto, and they saw that these white kids would spend money and go to their concerts. Hell, one of my law school professors, who's a judge in Oxford, Mississippi, said that he went to an NWA concert in Jackson, Mississippi when he was a teenager.
Because entertainment.
Because it's entertainment.
And
but
people,
they leave that NWA concert in Jackson, Mississippi, and go back out to the suburbs and live their life peaceful, while we have to still deal with the harsh realities of what actually happened. The stories that they're telling is what's actually going on in our communities.
Yeah, poverty is real for us. It's entertainment for everyone else.
Exactly.
Absolutely.
And that's why, you know, you have a lot of and great points. Y'all are all been making some really great points. And like just kind of to piggyback a little bit, similar thoughts, very similar thoughts. And I was thinking about the privatization of jails. Of course, that's a lot of the same people who have a hand in the industry also have investments in, you know, in a stake inside the prisons. So if I can get you to go act a plumb idiot, whether you white, black, purple, orange, or green, you know, really money is green. That's really what they care about. It ain't really about black or white. It's about green at the end of the day, the beginning of the day. But they use us, you know, us as the puppet strings. And like you said, you know, to either get to, and to the consumers, whether they're white, purple, orange, green. Again, and also I was thinking about the fact that, you know, I like what you said about changing the narrative, you know, and so you have artists like P. Diddy and, you know, all of the celebrities sending their children to these Ivy League schools. But they and even Cardi B, I love Cardi B to pieces. She protects little baby girl culture. Yes, she protects her from hearing her own lyrics. Now that's powerful. I have a daughter. I'm a rapper. I protect her from listening. I try to make music that she don't even have to run out the room from. Now that's where the change comes. I have a song called Melanin Poppin', right? And where I'm not perpetuating the same narrative of sex and this and that. It's about, you know, unity amongst our community. You know, Black woman left to do it all on our own. No need to worry, a change gonna come. Kings and queens, when we do it together, united, we stand Wakanda forever, right? Black history, shortest month of the year, but we popping year round all up in your ear. The epitome of Black girl magic, Kiki Chameleon, making it happen. I'm coming for the throne by any means necessary. Kiki Chameleon, yeah, I'm legendary. Hey, hey,
hey. We finally got that spit. All right.
Yeah.
So it's up to us, and forgive me, guys, I didn't mean to go there, but I just posted the story yesterday, so it was fresh on my mind. I forgot about the song, honestly. But you know, but we can be the change that we want to see, and so voila.
Well, amen.
Yeah.
All right, guys, we have reached the hour mark for tonight. So yay.
Hey man, I was late. My bad, y'all.
Yeah, you was super late. I will figure out some kind of punishment. So next week, as we all know, as everybody in the Black community knows, the Wakanda Forever is coming out. So perhaps maybe the panel members could dress up as, you know, one of the characters for the next one. I don't know. That's just, you know, I would do it even if y'all don't. Y'all know me. I love to dress up. But if there is nothing else, if nobody else has anything to bring to the table tonight, as far as any community events, anything you've got going on, I'm going to give you a second for that. If not,
Yeah, just go out and vote on Tuesday.
go out and vote.
Please.
Absolutely.
Thank you.
Okay, so with that being said, please like, comment, share, and subscribe. We actually had a comment from Lauren Jamie. I don't know. So thank you very much for tuning in, Lauren, and be sure to subscribe to the channel, and that way you'll be notified for any live events or any videos that we have up on the channel. Nerds for the Culture. Okay, guys.
Yeah.
So this has been Nerds for the Culture panel every Thursday at 8 p.m. ish. But actually, we started on time this week. but look, if it hadn't been up to Felix, we would have been starting late. We just said, forget it. We're gonna go without him. So there we go. But 8 p.m. ish every Thursday. Once we get our people coming in, find our tribe, we're going to start opening it up and letting people come in and join the conversation. You saw how heated it got tonight. I think that's just the tip I think that is just the tip of the iceberg. And I promise I am not being a contrarian. It's just
that's how she feel for real, y'all.
Yeah,
that's her in real life. Every day.
I'm just saying, prove me wrong. We can go toe to toe, for toe.
Get off the internet, man. Bye. Bye.
All right. So we love you. No, y'all just straight. We'll see y'all next week. Hey, everybody hang back in the back chat before we get off. Felix, don't you dare get off this. You do that every time. Fall right to sleep.